Okay. Alright guys, today we're going to talk about the RAP strategy like we've been talking about for a few different times over the last few weeks. RAP is a way to concentrate on reading comprehension. Yes, it's also a type of music, but when it comes to reading comprehension, it's a way to understand what you read. Alright, everyone has these papers. Someone raise their hand and tell me what the R stands for in RAP. Kevin.
Read.
Read the paragraph. Alright? We have a little story today we're going to read through. We're going to take it a paragraph at a time. Alright?
Start first.
Just wait. The R stands for read the paragraph. Mr. Campbell, tell me what the A stands for.
Ask yourself about the main ideas and details.
Alright, ask yourself about the main ideas and details. So you read the paragraph, you stop, you ask yourself what it was about. Who was it about? What was it about? What were they doing? Where they were? Ask yourself questions. And then finally the P. Calm down. P. Someone tell me what the P stands for. Tristan.
Put it in your own words.
Put it in your own words. Very good. After we read the paragraph, we ask ourselves the questions. Then we P, put it in our own words. That's like repeating it, but not the way they wrote it. The way we see it in our heads. Okay? You guys got all that?
I repeat myself all the time.
Yes, sir.
Can we have a tree down here?
A tree?
Yeah.
Christmas tree?
Yeah, like Miss Loxton has over there, and they have upstairs.
You want a class tree?
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe. You gonna bring one in? Chop one down and bring it in, and we'll have one.
Okay.
I have natural real.
May I have your attention, please? The math field day bus is here. The math field day bus is here.
Who's that for?
Oh, that's someone from Miss Wade's class is going to
Oh,
do it.
Shell.
Okay, everyone get out their story for the day.
Will. Got it.
We're going to work our way through this.
Where did it go
Does anyone, I get to let you look
In
at it.
high
Yes,
school,
yeah.
I needed money.
Does anyone need a piece of paper? A piece of paper would be a good idea.
It has a girlfriend on it.
Had a
It's
girlfriend.
a girlfriend.
A piece of paper might be a good idea so you can jot stuff down. You don't have to, but if it would help you, here's a blank sheet of paper to jot stuff down.
Thank you.
Just take one, just in case. Okay, I'm going to read the first paragraph.
Okay.
Okay, and then we'll take turns. Alright, here's the first one.
How about this? It goes from Mr. Block, me, Tristan, from Tristan, Logan, Isaiah, and Isaiah to Kevin.
Alright, we'll see, buddy. We'll see. We don't have to go in any order. Alright, job at the zoo. Okay, just from the title, what do you guys think what the story might be about? We haven't read it at all. Job at the zoo. Job at the zoo. Maybe the person got a
I know
job.
one.
Kevin.
They're taking care of the animals.
Alright, that's a good idea. I don't know who this is.
They're cleaning the garbage and everything.
Okay, so job at the zoo. In high school, I needed money. I was able to drive, had a girlfriend, and liked to go out with my friends. My folks didn't have much money, and I needed to pay my own way. I had already done jobs working at restaurants and grocery stores and wanted to try something more interesting. While searching around, I stopped at the zoo. Alright, that's one paragraph. Alright, we read it. Now we're going to do the A part. We're going to ask ourselves questions. Someone raise their hand and give me a detail from what I just read.
He was working at a restaurant and he wanted to try something new.
Alright, good job, Malachi. He's worked at restaurants before. Where else?
He works at the zoo.
He hasn't gotten a job at the zoo yet. Maybe he's going to. Maybe he's going to. He stopped at the zoo right at the end of the paragraph. Someone else. Tell me something I just read. Anything about it. Freeman.
Yes.
How old is the kid?
18. Around, no, 17 or 16 or 15.
How do you know all that? How are you guessing those ages?
Because
hold on. He's under 16 because he can't drive.
He can drive.
He can, so he's over 16.
Okay.
And
yeah,
he can get a job, so he's probably like 18,
20.
17.
Okay. And where's he go to school at?
Lincoln High School.
He goes to Lincoln?
No.
Okay.
He goes
All right.
in
So he's in high
high school.
you guys used context clues just now. That's awesome.
That's what I did.
He's in high school, so he's 15, 16, 17, 18, but we know he can drive. And how old do you have to be to drive?
16.
All right, so he's at least 16. He's not over 18. He's somewhere between 16 and 18 years old.
17!
Maybe he's 17.
Because
All right.
my cousin's 17 and he got his own permit.
All right, good job. Okay, Mr. Campbell. Now wait a second. Before we move on, someone put that entire paragraph in their own words.
Alright,
Just repeat it to me.
I'm in high school, got me a girlfriend, when I hang out with my friends. So, got a bunch of different jobs, like grocery store for
Okay.
I need to work out at the zoo.
Ooh, I want a job here.
All right. Perfect. Perfect, Freeman. Good job. All right, Mr. Campbell, read the second paragraph.
In high school, I needed a
No, I read that one.
What's this?
As it turned out, the second paragraph.
As it turned out, the
Director,
director liked my
style,
style and
said,
said he had an interesting job that he felt and I could handle. We walked through the back
alleys,
and turned
tunnels,
tunnels of the zoo that most people never seen until we got to the
Zoo.
gorilla cage, but it was empty.
All right. Okay, so Malachi just read to us.
That kind of stuttered a little bit.
Hurry up, go.
Want me to go with them?
No, I don't want you to go with me. Okay, Malachi just read it to us. Logan, give me one detail from what Malachi just read.
You might get a job.
All right, who'd he meet? Who'd he meet at the zoo?
The manager.
Like the main guy, right? The zoo director. All right. So he goes to the zoo. He meets the zoo director. Zoo director, does he like him or does he not like him? He likes him. So he takes him. Where's he take him to?
Behind a gorilla cage.
Down to the gorilla cages. Was the gorilla in there?
No.
All right. So that's where we're at. That's good. You guys are paying attention. All right, Tristan.
Can you read it?
The director.
The director told me that their gorilla named
Kong.
had caught a bug and was in
Quarantine.
quarantine for the next week. Kong was getting old and they were even now shopping around for a replacement since Kong just sits on the tree branch holding onto a rope all day. When the crowds are starting arriving on the weekend, they'd be disappointed to have a gorilla since everyone enjoys the gorilla habitat.
Exhibit.
Even a boring old gorilla.
Okay. All right, that was good, hon. All right, so the director talks to the boy about the gorilla. What's he say?
He says that he
Kevin, you weren't even here. Malachi, you need to put that away and pay attention. You can't pay attention and draw at the same time. Give me a detail of what Tristan just said.
who broke my thing?
No, it's not about that.
Freeman.
It's about the boring old gorilla.
All right, about a boring old gorilla. Does anyone know what quarantine means? Come on, from cartoons, you guys have watched or movies, you guys have heard of quarantine before.
No, yeah, I did.
I was watching it cartoon scenario.
I watched SpongeBob SquarePants.
Okay.
I watched Duck Dynasty now.
And Duck Dynasty.
Okay, Okay.
That's our tree. It's gonna be Duck Dynasty.
Alright, quarantine means that someone's sick and it's contagious, okay? So instead of them just being out around everybody else, they keep them separated. Alright, they don't want them to get everyone else sick, so they're in quarantine. It's like you go to the hospital, you can't go in to see the person, you gotta stand back behind glass and look at them.
Listen,
They're in quarantine.
I thought you were talking about something else that I can't say in the phone.
No, I wasn't. Okay, so the gorilla's getting old, he's been sick. Go ahead, Tristan.
I wanted to read again.
Alright, well, someone else is going to read, but we got to finish talking about this paragraph. What did the gorilla do when he was in the cage? What did he do all day?
Sit there.
He just sat there. Alright, so he's getting really old, he's been sick. Even when he was still in the cage, he wasn't really doing anything, he was just sitting there.
That's my animal.
Let me read the next paragraph, and then someone over here can take off.
Listen. Yesterday, I was walking up in my field because there was like a buck standing up there. So I was walking up there, I was sitting right there behind the wood, aimed at it, boom! And my horse got fussy.
Spooked?
And it took down the fence. I fell and I rolled and he started.
You probably shouldn't have shot with the horse standing there.
Hey,
All right.
Horse is clear.
Here we go.
I don't know how it comes here.
The director said he had a gorilla suit I could wear if I would be interested in sitting on the branch for 4 hours at a time so the people would at least have something to look at. It sounded good to me, not the usual high school job, so I told him I would do it. Alright, so someone repeat what I just said in their own words. Kevin.
You said that the boy is going to pet like a gorilla.
Alright, we already know that the real gorilla is sick. It can't do it itself.
Yeah, but listen, they're going to find out because they know that the gorilla is sick.
They don't know the gorilla is sick.
Hold on,
Alright, so what are they going to do, Kevin?
They're going to find out that they're...
No, repeat what I just read in your own words.
The little boy, how old he is, I don't know. He's gonna...
He's just acting crazy.
He's doing fine. Keep going.
He's going to put on a gorilla suit.
Alright.
And get on the branch.
He's going to act like he's going to act like he's the gorilla. Good job.
It's going to break.
Alright, do one of you guys want to read?
I do.
Alright, go ahead, Tristan.
The director said... Me too.
I read that one, hon.
The next day, I went to the zoo, put on the gorilla suit, and climbed into the cage. I sat on the branch, holding the rope, and soon there was a crowd of children pressing their faces to the bars. It didn't take long for me to start getting bored, so I would scratch my armpit, pump my chest, and twirl the rope. About an hour passed, and I began to really get into the gorilla stuff. I would grab the rope and swing across the cage. The kids thought it was great, so I started swinging higher and higher.
Alright. Freeman, what'd she just say? Give me a detail of what she just said.
That he kept on swinging higher and higher, the kids got happier.
Okay, what do you mean he was swinging higher and higher?
Like the kids kept on getting happier.
He was bored, so
Yeah, he was
tried to
bored,
make it so
What's is he at his house? Where's he at?
In a cage.
He's in the gorilla cage, right? Dressed as the gorilla.
You know, the gorilla's going to go and quit being sick, and then it's going to get mad and start attacking him. I don't know why.
Alright, so the director told him all he had to do was sit there, right? All he had to do was sit there. Well, that didn't last very long. He got bored. Now he's really getting into it. He's like acting like a gorilla. What else is he doing?
Acting like a gorilla and getting...
Alright, Nate, tell me one of the things he's doing, what she just told us.
He's scratching his armpit.
Scratching his armpit, banging on his chest,
And swinging really high.
swinging all the way across the cage on a rope. Are the people enjoying it?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's fooling them, Kevin. He's fooling them.
I got you one. I bet you that rip's gonna break.
We'll see.
I'll read
Oh.
again.
Let me read now, and you can read another one. In the next cage there was a lion, and he was becoming irritated by my antics, and began to pace his cage and roar. I kept swinging and started to swing to the lion side of the cage, and would use my feet to push off his bars. I could really swing out far, and he roared even louder. It was actually pretty fun, and the kids were really enjoying the show. All right, so what's going on in the cage beside the gorilla cage? Kevin? There's a lion. And how's the lion feeling?
Mean.
Why?
Mad.
Why is he getting
Because
mad?
he's swinging kind of close to his cage.
So you think that's a good idea? He probably should stop, shouldn't he?
The lion's gonna attack him.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit too into it, isn't he?
I was watching this one movie on history last night that this guy said that gorillas don't like lions and lions don't like gorillas.
Especially guys dressed up like gorillas.
Yeah, that's the way to get bitten.
All right,
Great.
Tristan, go ahead.
All of a sudden, I missed the bars, flew through and dropped right into the lion's cage. I landed on my back and was stunned.
Stunned?
Immediately, I got up and ran to the front of the cage and crawled, screaming, "Help me, help me. I'm not who you think I am."
Okay, so what happened to him?
He found a gorilla. I mean, the lion.
He got bit.
He fell in there. He hasn't gotten bit yet. He hasn't gotten bit. That's what we figure's gonna happen, right?
Yep.
That's called context clues. That's what we figure's gonna happen. But he swung too far and he fell in there. What did he do when he fell in there?
He landed on his back.
Okay, but what did he do immediately after that?
Help me.
All right, so he quit being a gorilla, didn't he?
Yeah.
He just went back to being himself. He ran all the way up to the front and he's screaming for the people to help him. All right, I'm gonna read the next one.
No, I'll read it.
No, let me read it.
No, let me read it.
All right, go ahead.
Just as I yelled, the lion jumped on my back and knocked me to the ground.
Oh.
His head was at my neck, and I was sure I would never make it to
Graduation.
graduation.
Then he whispered.
Then he whispered in my ear, "Shut up. Stood up.
Stupid.
Stupid," or yell, "Get up, us both fired."
All right. So tell me what she just said. Kevin,
She
go ahead.
said that
That the lion whispered in his ear said, "Shut up."
no, lion jumped on his back.
Lion jumped on his back.
Threw him to the ground and
And
then
knocked
he
him on
whispered
the
in his ear
ground.
and said, "Shut up."
All right. Do lions talk?
Whispered in
So what was the lion?
His body.
Huh?
A lion.
The
The
body.
lion has to be a person.
The lion was a person too.
Oh.
Uh-huh. He said, just as I yelled, the lion jumped on my back and knocked me to the ground. His head was at my neck, and I was sure I wouldn't make it to graduation. Then he whispered in my ear, "Shut up.
Good then.
Shut up, stupid, or you'll get us both fired." All right?
Good call, dude. Yeah.
So the lion was a person too.
Yeah, you know what his lion was? One of them workers.
We didn't expect that, did we? We expected the lion to eat him. All right, you guys did really good with that. I'm proud of you. That's good. We'll continue working on it some other